Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys had a great weekend. As promised in my last video, I'm going to be doing my Hobonichi haul reveal and unboxing. Yes, I'm very excited. I already bought my planners for the next year and that's actually kind of crazy. It feels like I only bought my planners for this year like yesterday. Time flies and yet we're still here, but you know, let's just do what we can to keep ourselves happy and healthy, right? Right. Anyway, so yeah, the box came like this. It didn't come with any outer packaging or whatsoever. Also, please make sure to stick around till the end of the video. I'll be discussing a little bit of their lineup for 2022 and maybe give you some recommendations in case you want to get your own journal for next year. I'll also be linking some local resellers where you can get Hobonichis from because international shipping can be quite expensive. Unless you're splitting it with friends, then I do recommend buying directly from 1101.com. And this is what it looks like when you open the box. There's a poem that says, "The human eyes fascinate me. I can see as close as my nose tip and fingernails. As far as the horizon, even the moon and the stars. What reveal ugliness, beauty, or occasionally something hidden are also the eyes of the human." From Safety Match's Fireplace Chat. Beautiful, isn't it? Okay, I know I've been talking so much. I promise you, we'll get right into the haul. Just a little side story, not everything from my Hobonichi haul is in this box. I actually got something from a local reseller because when I checked back on that same day when I wanted to combine shipping, they already closed my order and it said it was ready for shipping, and the item that I wanted to get was also already sold out. And if you guys follow Hobonichi, I'm pretty sure you know I'm talking about the Animal Crossing New Horizons cover. Although I did manage to get the pencil board in my first order. And here we have the clear cover that goes with the weeks I got, which you'll see in a bit. As I mentioned in my last video, I had the most difficult time choosing which cover to go with. I really loved most of their designs from their 2022 lineup, and it was difficult to choose. It was down to this or Today's Adventure. And if you'll check their website, you'll know which cover I'm talking about. I decided to go with this one. This is the Josef Čapek cover. I'm not sure if I said his name right, but it's a really gorgeous cover. If you fold it up, it'll look like the book that he illustrated, which is Doggy and Pussycat. And I'll show you more details later on when we start to unwrap everything. So every year, Hobonichi comes out with a different exclusive freebie every time you order from their store online or any of their physical stores. Apart from their usual Uni Jetstream pen, which is a freebie every year, this year they also gave this spoon. And I'm gonna talk more about it later on, again when we start unwrapping everything. I really like the color of this year's freebie pen. It's very reminiscent of the Animal Crossing green. And since I got 2 planners in this order, I got 2 free pens, so I'm giving one to Reb. And this is the weeks that I got. I decided to go with the regular sized weeks. Last year, in 2021, I got the Weeks Mega, which has 3 times the amount of notes pages, but I realized that I really don't need that plenty. And the prettier designs are with a regular sized one anyway. And I also got the full year Techo in A6. This is what I've always been getting ever since I started journaling with Hobonichis in 2017. Alright, and now I'm gonna walk you through everything that I got from this order. Starting off with the exclusive freebie for this year. They call this the Not Scary Bear's Little Spoon, and if you go to their website, you'll see that it symbolizes, and I quote, "an expression of our wish that you'll be able to scoop up your hopes." This genuine spoon was created by an advanced cutlery production center in Tsubame City, Niigata. The spoon comes packaged in one of 3 random designs showing Hobonichi's misunderstood bear as he hugs the spoon or holds it with one hand in a cool way. So I got the blue with green grass. He's hugging the spoon. I'm quite happy with this one. And since it has a ball chain, according to the website, you can use it to attach on your bag or your journal cover if it has a zipper pull, and you can even wear it as an accessory. They only have one disclaimer, and it's don't use it for eating or drinking. And as as I mentioned earlier, their freebie uni Jetstream pen for 2022 is the Animal Crossing Green. I don't really know if I don't think that's an official name for it. I just called it that because it really reminds me of the same color as New Horizons. But yeah, I think the number of pens that you get depends on the number of journal notebooks that you order. So since I got the weeks and the full year Tacho A6, I got 2 pens for this order. And this is the weeks I got. It's the Wasoi cover. Again, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, so please let me know if I'm saying it wrong. This is the second time I'm getting a weeks ever, and I use this mostly for straightforward planning, like it has my day-to-day schedule and the things that I have to do. I don't do any creative journaling or scrapbooking on it, unless I really feel like it. And I gotta say, this Hobonichi Weeks is really a game changer for me. Like, I remember before switching to the Hobonichi Weeks, I would scramble every single year to complete the stickers to get the Starbucks planner. But since last year, I've totally lost interest in doing that already because everything I want and need in a daily, straightforward planner that doesn't need to be pretty all the time, I've found it here in the Hobonichi Weeks. What I love most about the Weeks is the small size. It fits in any purse, but at the same time, it's got enough writing space. Like, if you can see the layout here, like you have 1 week on the left side of the page, and then on the right, you have a blank for notes. So if you have anything additional to write down about your day or your schedule, you can do so on that space provided. The last Starbucks planner I owned had the same layout, but it was just too big to lug around. And quite frankly, there's no comparing the paper that Hobonichi uses, which is the Tomoe River paper. It's so thin, but it can handle fountain pen ink. And I've also tried using watercolor on it without ruining any of the pages. Going back to the cover design, according to their website, this is part of their bow and tie series, and it's covered with the same textured, shiny fabric used in neckties. Those little icons you see are actually traditional masks that they use in Japanese festivals. Every week's journal comes with this little pocket that you stick on at the back in case you want to put anything or insert anything there. But since I already got the clear cover, I probably won't use this here anymore, or I'll use it on another journal. Over at the back, you'll see lots of fun pages in Japanese. I assume it's fun because everything from Hobonichi is fun. You can always just use your Translate app and hover over the text to see what it means. Also, at the back, after the month of December, you get several pages just for notes. The difference between this and the Weeks Mega is that the Weeks Mega has about 3 times the amount of note paper at the back. And here's a side-by-side comparison of how much note paper you'll get with the Weeks Mega. They're actually the same size, it's just that one is thicker than the other. As you can see, I still have a lot of blank pages in my 2021 Mega, so I decided to just go with a regular size for 2022. And this is the clear cover I got for the Weeks. I'm just gonna show you how it looks on the journal. I'm really glad I got this clear cover for the Weeks because the one I got is really prone to dirt because of the color and kind of fabric that was used. Again, it's the same kind of fabric that's used on neckties, so imagine if it got stained. I can't wash it like a normal necktie because it has paper in it, so I'm really glad I got this clear cover. I'm just gonna speed through the process of this so you guys can see what it looks like with the cover on the journal. And there you go. As you can see, it still has a lot of pockets inside, so there's really no need for the stick-on one. To be honest, the plastic cover does make the journal look a lot less elegant, but I would rather have it like this than use it without it and run the risk of staining the fabric permanently. And as soon as I have everything in order, I will make a video on how I set up my journals, including this one. Going back to how it looked earlier, I forgot to show you this one. This is actually a pamphlet that comes with every journal that you buy. And the theme is cat because, oh my god, my bird is so noisy. He's inside my studio right now, so he can hear me talk and he's just happily chirping along. Anywho, it's cats because 2022 is going to be the year of the tiger. This pamphlet is also some sort of a guidebook that features their entire lineup. And if you flip it over, there's this really cute illustration of cats and probably tigers everywhere. And it says, "Have a Neanderthal year." Nyan because that's the sound that cats make in Japanese. Like in Filipino, we have meow meow, right? In Japan, it's nyan nyan. It's really quite interesting how different countries have different ways of saying it. Like in the Western world, they would say bark, bark, or arf, arf, or woof, woof for dogs, whereas Japanese would say wan, wan, and we Filipinos would say ow, ow. And now we are down to the last few items from this order. So I was able to get one of these Animal Crossing New Horizons pencil board because at first it didn't make sense to me to get 2 covers when I was only planning to get the full year Techo and a week's. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll just pass on the New Horizons cover. But then I kept thinking about it, like the entire day. I wouldn't stop thinking about it. I was trying to make it make sense to get another cover. So I was like, you know what, fine, I'll just get a day free A6 for it. And so on that same night, I checked back on the website, but the New Horizons cover was already sold out. But there was a notification saying they would be restocking on September 7th, so I said, okay, fine, I'll wait. And so the following morning, I logged back on, checked my account to see if I can hold off shipping so I can combine all my orders, including the restocking of the New Horizons cover. But then I saw that my orders were already being prepared for shipping, so I couldn't hold off anymore. So there was only one way to get it, which was through a reseller, because I don't want to spend another 1,500 plus on international shipping. But fortunately, I was still able to get one through a reseller, which I'll link down below, and it's probably on its way here now from Japan as of this recording. Anywho, this is the full year Techo in A6. It's the original one, which means it's all in Japanese. If you get the English version, it's a little bit more expensive, and then the cover is all black. My first Techo was actually the English version, and I got it from Scribe, but I've come to enjoy seeing Japanese characters in my journal, so after that, I've decided to stick with the original one. And now, here's the cover that I chose. It's the Joseph Chapa cover. Again, please correct me if I pronounce that wrong. This is actually a gift from Reb. I'm very, very thankful, and I'm very, very happy, and I can't wait to show you guys the details of and inside the cover. Prior to seeing this cover, I actually didn't know much about Joseph Čapek, except I just knew that he was Czech because of his last name. After reading more about him, I found out that he was actually the person who coined the term robot, and despite his cute illustrations and colorful art, he died in a concentration camp in northern Germany in 1945. Of course, they don't say this in the bio insert in this cover, but it's a really sad ending for this artist. This Hobonichi cover is based on his literary work entitled The Adventures of Puss and Pup, published in 1929, and here we have a little insert that tells you more about Joseph Čapek. If you flip it over, you'll find the English translation, and it says, Joseph Čapek wrote and illustrated this old Czech children's book about a cat and dog that want to live like humans, so they clean the house, cook meals, write letters, play with children, and enjoy lots of quaint and silly adventures. And the fabric used for this cover is some sort of cotton canvas, and it's really, really nice. I really love the little details they added to this cover, including these red bookmarks. When you close it up, it's made to look like the actual book, including the red detail on the spine, which, to be honest, was one of the main selling points for me. It's got the name of the author and the title of the book, and it sits really nicely on a shelf. And when you flip it over and take a peek inside the pocket, you'll see this really cute illustration inside, which is probably why on the website it says that they don't recommend using a cover and cover for this, apart from the fact that it probably won't fit. As you can probably tell, this was shot on a different day because everything is back in their packaging, but I'm just gonna quickly set this up for you so you guys can see how the journal looks inside the cover, and while I'm doing that, I'm just gonna run over 2 other items that were not a part of this order but are still part of my haul, and I just wanted to include it in this video so, you know, everyone everything's laid out there. Like I mentioned earlier, it's probably on its way here. I got the A6 Animal Crossing New Horizons cover. It's a really cute design. It's the same design as their pencil board except with more villagers and characters, and to be honest, I can't really name all of the villagers in it. If you ask me who my favorite villager is, it's Fang, because number 1, he's a wolf, number 2, he's cranky, and who doesn't love cranky wolves? I will do another video when the items are actually here so you guys can see who and what is on the cover. And then I also got a day-free A6 planner to pair with this New Horizons cover. I tried out the day-free for the first time this year and I really enjoyed it. Now for my quick recommendations. If you're the kind who likes to stick random things and ephemera on your journal, I do recommend going with the Avec either in cousin or A6 size because it's split into 2. It's January to June and then July to December. So at the end of the year, it's not going to come out as thick that you won't be able to close the book if you went with the full year, which I actually did. I initially wanted the Avec, but I really like everything in one notebook. But we'll see, I'll probably try it out next year. If you find these designs too expensive for your liking, they also came out with really gorgeous plain covers. For the A6, I like the Dreamy Soda, and for the A5 size, I like the Marshmallow cover. Then pair it up with a cover on cover, either plain, design it yourself, or get the one with designs on it. I really like this Season of Hope one, although it looks like it's out of stock at the moment. In terms of size, if you like to bring your journal around, I really like the A6. If you have big handwriting, or if you just have a lot of things to write about or paste on your journal, I would go with the A5, but it's really up to you. Quality-wise, they're just the same. And if you want to do some casual journaling and don't want to be pressured by the dates, go and get the day free. As for local resellers, I'll be linking down below where you can get your Hobonichi locally, and if at the end of the day you still find it too expensive, that's completely fine. This is all really just based on my experience, and ever since 2017 when I started with Hobonichi, I have always gotten the quality that I pay for. Anyway, that concludes my really lengthy and chatty haul, and I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little bit more if this is your first time hearing about the company. And thank you for sticking around if you stayed till the end. If you've already purchased your Hobonichi planners for next year, please do share them with me in the comments. And if you're still planning to do so, also let me know what you plan to get and if I've managed to convince you to get anything from their lineup this year. Again, thank you so much, and I hope you are all well and safe. Bye guys!